You're listening to Think Brand, Talk Brand, where entrepreneurs, founders, community builders, and standout voices show how perception becomes connection with the right audience. We skip traps and gimmicks. Every episode delivers usable takeaways. I'm Shivani, your host for The How. Your move, take one idea, put it to work, and then share it.
Pretty feeds, forgettable voice. That's the problem. If your brand looks good but no one remembers you, it's not your visuals, it's your voice. Your audience scrolls past every day. What they remember is how you sound. Today, I'll show you why brand voice is the silent killer of every good market and how to fix it. Brand identity is what they see. Brand voice is what they remember. Hi, I'm Shivani from Think Brand Forward. I coach purpose-driven founders to build brands that are felt, not just seen. The next 30 minutes, we are going to walk away with some of the important concepts of brand voice. Because we need to be able to talk about brand voice like how you would explain it to a 10-year-old. I also want to help you do a quick audit of your own brand voice that is leaky and is not helping you get remembered. And a starter brand personality map with some language locks. So you can use this on your very next post. And if you want some more help, I'm hosting a 45-minute workshop, details at the end. So let's get into it. I really want you to think about, brand voice as something which are like rules. These are not just vibes, okay? So brand voice is basically the consistent personality, emotions and language rules your brands use to speak everywhere. If brand is the wardrobe, voice is the character wearing it. So in my brand clarity container program, this is what we actually do. And brand voice sits somewhere between persona, which is who you are, and the messaging of what you say. So voice makes messaging feel like it's you. Without it, you are kind of costume changing every day and your character is not really coming out. So I really want you to think of brand voice by dividing it into like 3 parts. So there is a personality part of it. Think of think of someone, you have a word for their personality. Oh, this person's so funny, so witty, or oh my gosh, so bold, so forthcoming. So these are the words we use when we talk about someone's personality. And then it's about, if you were to break it down to the next part in brand voice, it's about the emotional anchors. So what your brand personality or your brand voice makes someone feel, that's the trigger. That's that one feeling that you as a person can kind of, as a personality, passes on. Think of like, oh my God, talking to that person energizes me. Talking to that person makes me feel so grounded. Talking to this person, I get so excited, or I'm so positive. So those are those emotional anchors that your personality gets into it. And then there are these language rules, right? Like there are these people use a lot of punchy verbs, or some people are a lot into using some phrases that help us kind of further understand their personality and their emotional cues better. And then sometimes we also know that if this person he would never say that, right? Like we say that about somebody, oh no, that doesn't sound like him at all. Like oh, that corporate fluff, that's not him at all. So this is how important language is when you are talking about your personality. So think of all of this when you are communicating about your brand to your audience. You have to think on these things when you're writing your content copy, your email list, your email marketing that's going out to people, your language that you're using. All of this personality needs to come out in that brand voice that you're using. So why do you think this matters, right? Like why do we need to talk about it, and why do we need to start creating that brand voice for your brand? So I really want to tell you something. I don't think consistency is boring when your voice is distinct. Does it resonate with you? Like it's recognizable when you start talking in the same way consistently with the same patterns. your voice starts becoming distinct. You are not changing your voice every season. You're not changing your voice, with each new event that you're doing. That consistency kind of flows throughout all of your, assets, be it your website, be it your content page, all of that. So why it matters is because memory. If neuroscience and neuromarketing has come back time and again and told marketers one thing, it's that you got to have clues which help you build memory. Now you see all of these brands, even the small business owners, working so hard on their cues of the colors, the palettes, the logo, and all the assets kind of looking same, is because people have realized how easy it is for anyone to remember you, spot you, think of you, because those cues are in their memory. And that is where we have to play even with the brand voice. People remember tones before they remember details. Voice creates a mental ownership of this sounds like her effect. So it's really important that you start creating brand voice across all your writing and copy material, which starts sounding distinct. Secondly, trust. Consistent voices, they signal reliability. Inconsistent voices read as insecure, or they're trying to please everyone. That's why it's so important to develop that trust and reliability. We have a consistent voice, because one day you're funny, the other day you're too inspirational, the third day you are melodramatic. This entire spiral is putting your audience, I know they may enjoy it in the moment, but are you creating that trust with them that this is the brand you go to if you need XY? Because I know that when I'm here and I'm observing them, I know I'm going to get this, so that's really important. And then speed. A written voice system turns starting at a cursor into a really quick copy paste from rules. Don't you want that? As a DIY marketer who is wearing so many hats, doing so many things, all you want is those rules right in front of you, so that you start creating the copy or your brand, the next brand campaign that you're making as soon as possible. Content ships faster with fewer edits, even that. So I really want you to think about some of the famous brands that have a voice that they've really, really owned. So if you think about Nike, obviously Just Do It, short verbs, very confident, very kinetic, very imperative. It just gives you that brand voice of that that you have to do it, you just do it. If you think about Apple's brand voice, very minimalistic, very human-centric, very calm. It has this space and very simple nouns, think different. So that's the brand voice that they try to use when they are using it across different mediums. If you think of Patagonia, I love Patagonia. I think their voice is always very earnest, very activist first, very planet first. So it's very clear and unsugared statements, if that's a word. Think of Oatly. I think Oatly, again, as a brand, is very quirky, very self-aware, very conversational. So even the packaging of Oatly sounds like that it feels like a very quirky brand. Duolingo, again, they send out memes with a wink, and they're playful, they're mischievous, and I think that's the brand voice they're going for, and it really works for the brand. So I think the point here is that these voices are codified. That's why the copy feels the same on ads, sites, packaging. So really have to start thinking of your brand this way, because great brands, they don't find their voice, they decide it and they write it down. So don't keep finding your voice. Decide what the brand voice is and start creating content with that time and again. But if you're not doing that, there is a problem, right? Like your symptoms that you will recognize is that your posts swing from formal to chatty depending on your every caption rewrite makes it longer, not clearer. Yes, you're using ChatGPT or any other AI tool, but the tool is as good as you use it. So, if you are not giving the tool all the information it needs, it's creating this generic content which is all starts sounding so similar. And then your audiences, they like your content, but can't quote you. So the silent killer, without it's like a silent killer, it's without voice rules, marketing is absolutely forgettable. It's nice to look at, but it's impossible to own in people's mind. You keep finding the algorithm that will work for you, but it doesn't last. And let's be serious, 95% of your audience is not in the market or scrolling on Instagram looking for you to buy you. But every activity that you're doing right now, building that momentum, is when they're ready to buy that decision, make that purchase decision, they think about you, they know about you. Isn't that what all this brand and marketing is about? Is creating that memorability for the audience, so that when it's time for them to make that decision of buying XYZ, they think of you. And that's the probability we all want in our corner, and obviously increasing. So remember that if there is no voice, there is no memory, and when there is no memory, there is no brand, and when the brand is not memorable, definitely there is no viability or higher probability of purchases. So start thinking on those lines, because if your audience cannot predict how you sound, it's most possible that they don't even remember who you are, right? So this is what I'm going to be doing in my 45-minute workshop, where I'm just trying to get these brand owners, business owners to understand that there is a way that you can fix this. There is a starter system. Okay. So there has to be a brand personality map. How much are you in tune with your brand persona, right? Like, think about the personality that you think you want to own, right? Like, is it warm? Is it very warm? Is it very exciting? Are you a straight shooter? Are you the bold but the quiet luxury that we talk about? So then write that one sentence, and then we speak, and then you can capture that vibe. The next step is your emotion angle. So with regards to your brand persona, whatever space you're taking, you're going to choose the feeling around it, right? You're going to anchor your persona into the feeling that you want others to feel about you. So if you are somebody who is who is very radiant and very very energetic, you obviously want people to leave feeling energized, which is what Nike does so well, right? And obviously they have the language locks, right? The filters that they use, the do's and don'ts that they use. So you use for example, for Nike, it would be like, use punchy verbs, short sentences, concrete examples. But like, obviously a Nike can't start sounding like a corporate jargon, or like very heavy words, or a very passive voice, because that just won't go with the brand voice and the brand personality that they're going with. So it's important that you start thinking on those lines, and then come up with few lines, signature lines that are not your taglines and not your brand lines, but like, those are the fragments that are coming out of this, right? So that you can have your brand felt, not just seen. Like, what I'm using in this podcast, I'm talking about pretty feet, forgettable voice, fix it, because I want my message to be clear, punchy, in short words. That's really my brand, and that's how my brand voice is, right? So you decide your brand voice, and you start writing the rules so that you are able to ship content faster. And it's something that you will find it so interesting, that brand voice is not just a discovery, it's something that you start building like a huge ship. And one page of rules of brand voice will beat like 100 mood boards that you will create. Okay. So I want you to think of this. Picture next week, you open Instagram, no panic. You've got your 3 words, your feelings, your do's, don'ts list, everything is ready. Your drafts, all you need to do is whatever is your content creation system, you need to just plug and play. Your drafts will be shorter. Your comments will say, I heard this in your voice, or I feel you, hard relate. So those are the things that you will start getting once you start owning that voice, and then it becomes a system. It's not just luck. When you hear your voice, your audience also hears you, and even if you're just whispering. So I just want to invite you that if I've helped you unlock something today, then we are going live on 7th of January on the New Year's first week of work. I'm hosting a live workshop, 45 minutes. and we'll build you a personality map. We will figure out the correct emotional anchor that you need for your brand, for your audiences to feel you. And we will also finish it up with a language lock that you can just use in your systems, plug and play. I'm sorry there are no replays, but I do intend to do this once every 2 weeks, so that if you miss one slot, there's another one coming in. I'm going to be including a short link for you to go on my page and register if you're interested. And my promise is that if you give me your 45 minutes, I'll give you a voice you can ship with. So I really hope this helps, and I will see you